Hello, everyone. I want to walk you through my whole group phonics slides. I pulled up the short A slides to just give you an example of what it looks like. So I'm going to start by showing you a few things. You will notice that this is a PowerPoint presentation, and it's a presentation so that you have the availability to go in and pick and choose what you want to teach for that day. So you'll notice there are some tap it out slides to help blend and segment orally. There are some reading slides for students to read the words. I also put in some heart word mapping, some decodable sentences, some handwriting practice, and some let's find it practice. So when you first get started, you might want to start your day with a warm up. And so I have linked some YouTube videos that I feel align with the science of reading. The sounds are appropriate, they're pronounced appropriately, and they are fun and engaging for students. So if you click on the link, it will take you right to it. And so you can click on there and it'll take you there. So let's start at the beginning. So you have that's your teacher slide, and this video walkthrough will be right here for you once I am finished recording it. So when you go through, you might say, okay, boys and girls, today we watched the video about that short vowel sound A. We know A says ah. Let's practice writing that sound. And so I'm going to pull up my pen so that I can be interactive with you here. So I might say, okay, boys and girls, go ahead and get out your pencil. And this is probably a good time for me to mention that there are some worksheets that you can print to go along with this if you want it, or you can choose to do this whole group. So if you're doing it whole group and you want to use that multi-sensory approach, you can have sandboxes, you can have those canvas screens, you can have them right on a whiteboard, or you can use the printables that I have made available to you. So I'm going to say to my students, I'm going to say, okay, boys and girls, let's practice writing the letter A. Now remember, we're working on sound. So as we're writing it, we're going to say A says ah. So I'm going to write it, and I might show them how I do it. I might say, okay, A says ah. Let's do it again. A says ah. A says ah. So as they are writing, they are saying A says ah, and you want to do it several times. This is a slide that I include in my phonics lesson every single day. We practice whatever that phonics feature is, we're practicing writing it. So then I might say to the students, okay, I want you to listen. This is another slide that I use more than once. So I might say, let's listen for if we can find these pictures that have that short A sound that we've been working on. So we're listening to the sound. So I might say, let's look at the word mop. Listen carefully. Ah, p. Do you hear the ah sound in mop? And they're all going to say no. And so then I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to mark through. I'm going to say that picture, that word mop does not have the ah sound. Let's try another one. What about the word bag? B-ag. Do you hear the ah sound in the word bag? And they're all going to say yes. So I might circle it. I might put a star on it. And I might say, you are exactly right. I hear that short ah sound. I hear ah in bag. And I'm going to share my video screen now because this is a tap it out, and I want to show you what I do with my students. Because it's whole group, I want it to be interactive. And so when I have all of my students stand up and I say, okay, our word is tap. We're going to tap out, our word is tack. We're going to tap out this word together. And so I'm going to put my arm out. I put my left arm out. I touch up here at the top and I say, ah, k. And then I slide all the way down, blend it back together. Tack. And then I say, okay, boys and girls, it's your turn. Let's do it together. Are you ready? Everybody stand up. Tack. And we go through and we do a couple of those and we do them together because we're working on having our students practice that blending and segmenting, because the next task we're going to do is have them read words, and then we're going to have them work on reading words in sentences. So it kind of warms up their brain to get them ready for what is to come. So we tap out a few, we might tap out a few, and then we're going to go straight into our word reading. And so if we go into the word reading, the word is cat. Now this wand will move with each time you click so that you can sound it out with your students together. So I might say, okay, boys and girls, everyone watch the wand. We're going to say the sound and sound out this word. Ready? Cat. What's our word? Cat. And I might talk about how, my consonants are in blue. My vowel is in red. This is a CVC word. It just depends on where your students are and how far you want to go with this instruction. But I might point that out to them. Then I might go into another one. Let's practice. Bag. Bag. So then if you want to move into sentences, you could go down and move in. Let's see if I can get you guys in. So you might go down here. So you have some words that you can map. I'm going to start from the current slide here. So I might practice with my students. I might say, okay, today I'm going to practice the word has. I wouldn't show them this slide. I would just say, okay, everybody, get out your mapping sheets. We are going to map a brand new word that has that "a" sound in it that we have been practicing. Are you ready? Our word is has. Let's tap out that word has. The word is has. How many sounds do you hear in has? A, z. How many sounds? 3. That's right. And then I might say, what do you hear at the beginning of the word has? And they're all going to say, I hear the sound. That's an H. So I'm going to say, okay, great job. Let's write that. We hear that sound at the beginning, don't we? Okay, let's tap it out again. Z. What do we hear in the middle? I'm going to say that's something that we're working on right now. That's right. We hear that short vowel sound, ah, ah. Let's tap it out. Ah. What do we hear at the end? And all of the kids are going to say, zzz. I hear the zzz sound. And that's when you say yes. It does sound like it is a zzz at the end. But in this word, the zzz sound is actually an S. And that's why it's a heart word for now, okay? And so we're going to put a heart right over that S so that it helps us remember that at the end of the word has, it's not actually a Z, it's not a Z, it's an S, and that's how we're going to remember. Now, if you follow my scope and sequence, the words that are here are the heart words that go along with short A. And so that is where I pulled those words from, is from the scope and sequence. And that is also linked for you guys. So then you might want to go in and work on some sentences with them. So I might say, okay, boys and girls, let's read this sentence together. You can have somebody come up and help point if you want, or you could do it on your own. And we would say, okay, I'm going to read it first. Are you ready? The cat naps on the mat. Okay, let's read it together. Are you ready? The cat naps on the mat. All right, boys and girls, I want you to try it all on your own. I'm going to point and you are going to tap. The cat naps on the mat. And then I might say to my students, okay, I want to see if you can find the word cat. Can you find the word cat in this sentence? And if you have someone that wants to come up and say, I found it, and you can underline it and you can talk about it, you can sound it out. That's right. This is cat, and it's cat because I see the k at the beginning. I see that t sound at the end, and it has that vowel, that short A that we've been working on. Let's read this word together, boys and girls. Cat. What's the word? Cat. Great job. We found the word cat. And then I might go, now the word the is a word that was taught as one of my emergent heart words. It follows my scope and sequence as an emergent heart word. The same with the word on. So I might go back and see if they can locate those words because that's something that we had already worked on. So like I said, the slides are here for you. They are available for you to move around if you want to. And there are worksheets provided as well for you to use for your whole group. So I'm going to upload this video and it will be available for all phonics bundles to kind of walk you through this and help you get started with your whole group phonics. If you have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out. You can reach me at amy@literacyadventures.com and I'll be happy to answer any of your questions.